What's good, YouTube? We back with another video, man. And before I get into it, man, I hope you guys have been locked in. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves, right? So this is gonna be a different type of video, man. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more so of a documentation of my journey. Okay, you know, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm finna start documenting my journey. Okay, that's what this channel was about anyway. But I'm gonna start documenting different things that I'm doing. I'm gonna update y'all every single day. You know what I mean? And take y'all through the process of me trying to improve. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be talking about dopamine, right? You know, I've realized, man, that dopamine has become a huge problem in my life, and I'm sure it's a huge problem in a lot of other people's lives, right? You know, because the thing about it is that there's different vices that we do that spikes up our dopamine, that literally gives us that dopamine rush, that makes us feel pleasure, right? But the thing about it is that the vices that we indulge in that gives us pleasure is not good. It's majority of the time not good for us. Okay, so I'm going to be documenting my journey on completely cutting out dopamine. Okay, completely cutting out anything that would give me a spike of dopamine, that would give me a dopamine rush, any vice that is going to give me some type of pleasure. Okay, because it's important that we have to learn as human beings how to live without pleasure. Okay, that's the problem. That's the reason why a lot of us are so comfortable where we're at. That's the reason why a lot of us are kind of just failing in life, because we indulge in so much pleasure. There is a difference between feeling good, when there's a difference between your life feeling good and your life actually being good. You know, those are two different things, right? People would say, oh, my life is good, right? No, your life feels good, but that doesn't mean that it's actually good. Okay, those are two different things. So the thing about these vices is that it gives you the illusion. It tricks your brain into thinking that life is actually good, if because it feels good, but in reality it's not, right? You could be broke as hell, out of shape, and all type of stuff, right? But if you got these vices like watching the hub, scrolling on social media, playing a game, all these vices, you know, are going to, they're basically coping mechanisms, right? And they're going to give you that illusion that everything is okay. And that's why a lot of people are stuck where they at, because they have been given this illusion. Okay, so, and that's kind of been happening to me. Okay, so one thing that I've noticed about myself is that I am on social media way too much. Okay, now I'm somebody that I have said in the past that I don't be on social media, but I started to kind of fall off. I started to be more and more on social media, and that's not a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to go on a whole detox of social media. You know what I mean? Now the problem with that is that I never figured out exactly how to not be on social media but post on it at the same time, because, and this is what I mean by that, right? You know, I always thought that, okay, as I can get on there and post and then get right back off, right? But it's not that simple, because even when I get on the post, that one post that's going to catch my attention is going to literally mess me up, because I'm on social media. So if I see that one post, there it's going to already affect my dopamine, and then before you know it, I'm cooked. So what I figured is that now YouTube is fine with YouTube, but I mean like Instagram and TikTok, right? Because I do post on them platforms. I don't even post on them consistently, but I do post on them, right? So it's like what I'm gonna have to do, what I figured that I'm gonna do is that I'm going to, even though I post on them, I'm going to detox myself away from TikTok and Instagram for 30 days, okay? No, I'm not even gonna do that, right? What I'm gonna try to do is I'm going to try to make a bunch of TikToks and schedule them right? And schedule them to come out, and then just delete TikTok, okay? Until I need to repost again. And same with Instagram. I'm gonna do the same thing with Instagram, okay? Because I really need to like stay off them apps, because I had did a social media detox last year, the beginning of last year, around this time, and and because of that, I was actually like, I was able to go almost 2 months on semen retention because I did a social media detox, right? It really did a lot for me because I realized that my main triggers were Instagram. So I decided to delete Instagram for 30 days, right? And the entire 30 days that I had Instagram deleted, right? I was able to, get on semen retention and everything. Life actually felt a lot better that I wasn't on social media. Like, at first it was hard, but as days went on, life actually started to feel better. I started to feel better. Social media is really not good. Like, if I feel like when you're not on social media, you actually tend to feel a lot better. See, the content that you consume on social media gives you that false sense of happiness, that false sense of pleasure. But in reality, the real pleasure comes from when you actually aren't on social media, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. But I'm going to detox. I'm going to do the same thing, okay? The reason why I never decided to do it because I post on Instagram, right? So I just was like, man, I don't know, right? But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to like see if I could, I'm going to see if I could like, I'm trying to think. I'm going to see if I could possibly schedule posts so I don't have to be on there. So I could just delete the app. I don't know. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But I'm gonna see if I can do that. And I'm going to detox myself away from social media, because social media is a huge dopamine rush, right? That's doom scrolling. That's not good. Another thing, music, okay? Music is another thing too. Now, a lot of people think that music is harmless, but actually music is, for me specifically, it's another problem too. Because anytime I'm in the gym, right, I feel like I can't work out without music. Like I feel like I can't even drive, the car without playing some music, right? I feel like I can't even work without music, okay? So it's like music has also become a form of dopamine rush for me, right? Even though it's technically harmless, but it's like the reason why music is also trapped because it works the same way, right? I've noticed that just like with anything else, right? Notice, I be trying to find that one song that I could play on repeat, or that those few songs that I could play on repeat. But the problem with that is that eventually, I'm going to get tired of playing that same song over and over and over. And I'm going to want something new. And I've noticed that even in the gym, right? I can't play that one song on repeat my entire session. I'm kind of on my phone scrolling, trying to find that perfect type of music to listen to for the gym. And that's not good, right? Because I'm wasting time. Same thing with driving, right? Like, and it's hard because it's like, dang, you know what I mean? But it's like I have in my brain, I have to find that perfect type of music to listen to, but I can't because I'm used to all my music that I listen to, right? So I have to just basically hope that I find something new that I can listen to. But eventually, even when I find something new, I'm going to still end up getting used to that song, and then I'm gonna get bored of it because I'm playing it on repeat, and I'm gonna end up, just having to try to find a new song. I don't know. It's an endless cycle. So I'm gonna cut music out as well. Okay. So that way I'm going to, because what I'm essentially doing is I'm trying to teach my brain how to live life without pleasure, okay? I'm trying to like teach my brain how to live life without pleasure, okay? So in order for me to do that, I have to get rid of anything that's going to give me pleasure, okay? Music is one of them. Another thing too, YouTube, okay? Now I know I said Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to say YouTube as well, because one thing that I usually do when I get ready to eat is I put on a video, right? And once again, same thing, right? Notice how all these things have the same thing in common, right? I feel like I can't eat without putting on a YouTube video, and that's not good. I remember, people have actually called me out on it, because I would always have to like try to find a little video before I even eat my food, bro. And see, the thing about it is that it's actually not good too, because a lot of times I would end up becoming more distracted watching my video than actually eating. And guys, with somebody like me, I'm trying to bulk. I'm trying to make sure I get all my calories in. And what would actually end up happening is that I end up putting on the video and I eat, but I end up being more into the video than actually eating my food. And before you know it, I don't even feel like, it's like my appetite is not there. I don't feel like eating. So I would end up watching the video and then not even really eat for real. And guys, that right there is what actually messed me up. That has messed me up. Because of that, I have lost out on calories because of that. And the only time I've actually been able to eat my food is when I don't have no YouTube on, when I'm fully focused on it. So that includes TV as well. I don't really watch TV like that, but even then, like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna eat my food in complete, like, nothing, with nothing on. No music, no videos, no YouTube, no TV shows, no movies, nothing. Just gotta eat. Eat in silence, right? Because that way I could actually focus on actually eating my food. So, yeah. And yeah, man, I forgot what else, but yeah. So those are all the things that I'm going to be doing for the past 30 days, right? For these 30 days. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna like make it like a challenge, but I'm not necessarily going to like, I'm not gonna make a video on this every day. Or maybe I will. I might make a video every day to update y'all. But I'm going to do this for 30 days. I'm going to cut out social media completely for 30 days. I'm going to cut out music for 30 days. I'm going to cut out watching YouTube videos, watching TV shows. You know what I mean? I'm going to cut out all that for 30 days. Right? The only thing that I'm going to be doing is posting on YouTube. That's it. Right? And another thing too is that see, the thing about it is that I have to learn how to live without pleasure. Okay, that's why I'm doing this, because if that is the real test of discipline, okay, discipline is being able to live without pleasure, meaning that being disciplined is being able to live without pleasure. Okay, life is not supposed to be pleasurable, if that makes sense. Okay. Life is not meant for us to feel good, okay? There's a difference between feeling good. There's a difference between your life feeling good and your life actually being good. Those are two different things, right? Just because your life feels good doesn't mean it's actually good, okay? And that's the problem. We kind of mistake the two because of all these vices that we indulge in. We mistake the two. We think that because our life feels good, that we feel good, that means that our life is actually good. No, it's not. You know what I mean? So, I'm going to do a dopamine detox for 30 days. No phone. Also, not being on my phone either. I forgot about that. The only time I'll be on my phone is when I'm posting a video. That's it. But other than that, I'm not going to be on my phone. And I'm going to do this for 30 days because I want to, see how I progress without dopamine. I'm gonna see how my brain changes without the dopamine rush from social media, from any of the devices. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna update y'all for 30 days, man, and I'm gonna give y'all an update, and let y'all know, what's going on. I'm gonna basically be telling y'all like my experiences if I failed, and I'm gonna be completely honest, y'all. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. If I failed, I'm gonna let y'all know, right? But I want to be able. I want to do this so I could train my brain to live without pleasure. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna see how I actually feel. And I'm going to now. What I'm gonna be doing in my spare time is I'm going to be writing. Okay, because now writing is not something that I find pleasurable, right? Writing is not something that I enjoy doing, but I'm going to force myself to do it because I need to do something in order to keep me busy. Okay, and that's another thing too. I will need to always be doing something, so I'm going to be working no matter what. I'm going to be doing something, which for me will be writing. Okay, I'm going to be writing. So if I have free time at all, I'm going to use that time to write. And that, even though it's not something that I like doing, I'm going to do it anyway because it's going to help me. You know, we have to stop trying to do stuff that we like doing and just do stuff that we need to do. You know what I mean? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe, man. And yeah, see y'all in the next one. Peace.